My name is Sharif Gray, and I work as a trial lawyer for the Broughton Injury Law. I'm seated next to Kevin Lopez. Kevin Lopez is a client of our firm. He's also represented by Ben Rand with Blackburn, Conti, Schillen, and Click. And Kevin was wrongfully arrested and detained for about 5 days more than a year ago. And it's really been a privilege to try and get justice and to get some level of accountability for him. We ultimately brought this case after not being able to get any sort of resolution with Henrico. We requested for them to look into it to make it right. They denied any wrongdoing. We requested for them to give us all their information through the Freedom of Information Act. They denied to give us anything, despite having the means to be able to redact stuff. And then ultimately we ended up having to file a lawsuit because of really the three big things that the police, we believe, did not do correctly, which resulted in Kevin being locked up, was they didn't have a search warrant when they searched his home, and they didn't have probable cause, nor did they have an exigent circumstance to warrant searching someone's home without a search warrant, and they didn't have an arrest warrant or probable cause sufficient enough to arrest Kevin. The real issue was that evening, over a year ago, Kevin had 3 interactions with the police. The police were looking for a suspect for an alleged crime that happened a little over a quarter mile away from here, and for about an hour and a half or so they were looking through the area, and the irony is Kevin didn't match the description. He was wearing a green shirt and jeans. He was wearing a green shirt and his brown work pants, and the description was of a young Hispanic male who was wearing jeans and a gray shirt. So the only thing that matched up to the description was the fact that Kevin was a young Hispanic male. And the crazy thing was, which really kind of has surprised us, is that during the police's search, Kevin not only interacted with them while they were in the alley behind his house, but he also went to the intersection and helped the police translate with other potential suspects. So really the police, we just don't believe that the police had sufficient cause to conduct the search, especially absent a search warrant, and then of course to arrest Kevin without enough probable cause, and then to put him in jail only to realize after a few days that he was never at the location because of the location data on his cell phone. So we've had a lot of trouble getting Henrico to respond and in a meaningful way, and so ultimately we had to resort to litigation, and these are very difficult cases because of the qualified immunity law, but we're certainly going to give it our best effort to at least try and get some justice, some accountability for Kevin.